Hello everyone, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review for you. This time I am reviewing the Power Rangers Lightning Collection S.P.D Shadow Ranger. This is made by Hasbro. It's a 6-inch action figure. This came out in 2019 and I actually bought it in the store at the time. And now I'm getting around to reviewing the action figure. So here we have a nice window box. I like the window boxes so I can see the action figure and the accessories in there. And I was just very surprised to find a blue space dog head. So it's not even a human being. So I haven't seen that S.P.D Power Ranger series yet, so I'll have to watch that and see what this character is all about. You know, very interesting. So here we have a nice wraparound picture of the character in his space helmet. What's odd is that the space helmet is flat like a human's face, but looks like there's supposed to be a blue space dog head inside somehow. So there's the top of the box. There's the bottom of the box. Here's the other side. And here's the back with a nice picture of the action figure in an action pose. And what's surprising is the Lightning Collection series does not have any cross-sell, so I think it would be hard for people to find out which other action figures are in the wave just by looking at the box. So I will open this up and review the action figure itself in just a moment. Here are the accessories that come with the Shadow Ranger. I felt more comfortable taking the head and hands off of this one because I had no trouble with the joints. So here's the head that comes with the action figure, or attached to the action figure in the package. Looks like it's a nicely sculpted and painted helmet. A little hard to read the word police up there, but it's very small print. And here the hands that are attached to the figure. Here's a pointing hand. Now they all have little hinges at the wrist. They're a little bit ratcheted, so they all have the same joints. Here's the other head, some kind of space dog head, so very nicely sculpted. However, I think the eyes are not quite looking in the same direction. And then some sort of hair sticking out the back, and then it plugs into the ball peg on the figure itself. This piece is a collar piece that you attach to the head of the figure here. This shows the skin for the space dog when he's not wearing his helmet. Here's a communicator or ID badge or something for S.P.D. Here's some sort of energy effect, soft pliable plastic, and it's meant to go onto this sword that has a very interesting dog-shaped hilt there. And so we can just wrap the plastic piece around the sword. Takes a little bit of work to get it in there, but it is all soft pliable plastic. And even the sword is a bit pliable, so we want to be careful with that. We don't want to bend it too much or it will break. And it's nicely sculpted and has some paint on it, so I think it's very nice extra accessory with the action figure. Here is the S.P.D Shadow Ranger action figure. Let's see how tall he is. With the tape measure here, it looks like this is almost 6.5 inches tall up to the pointy ears on the helmet there. So that's a respectable height. And here we have the sword in the sword sheath. Just slides right in there. Let's take a look at the action figure itself. We have a nice helmet there. Nice design there, and it seems to be fairly well painted. There might be some small details that are not painted as well, but they're very small. Here's an extra pliable plastic piece that fits over the body to add more detail with this big 100 and other details. Interesting shoulders, extra pieces for the shoulder there. But it doesn't hinder the articulation too much, so that's good. Extra gauntlets here, or arm pieces. Although I think it is missing some painting there. Perhaps the circle or oval should be painted on the armor. Here's a belt. This belt can slide around. Looks like a stripe painted here on the body here and leg. Now it's not exactly skin tight uniform or outfit, so we do have some wrinkles sculpted in it to show that it's a piece of cloth over a body, so that's good. These shin guards are extra pliable plastic pieces that slide on over the body here, so these do move around a little bit. So hopefully they don't become too loose over time. I'd like them to stay in place, but they can move. Here we have the boots, and we have peg holes in the bottom with some nice detail on the bottom of the boots, so that's nice. Here we can see the back of the shin guard. It does slide over the calf of the action figure. Some more detail on the back there. Nicely sculpted belt. I think this is where it's attached. They even have some painting on the belt, so that's nice. Same thing on the back of this floating plastic piece. So the back of the helmet looks pretty nice too. So I think it is missing some paint, but from a distance we probably won't really notice too much. So let's take a look at the articulation. With this head, we can look up just a little bit. We can look down more, so that's good. We can turn side to side, and just not really any tilting in the head. The shoulders, I think I have better luck with this one. That'll go up before it gets blocked by this extra piece on the shoulder. This one, it's a bit tighter. And maybe you heard the ratcheting in there. A little bit of a butterfly. Goes 360. Bicep swivel. And double jointed elbows. Very nice. The wrists can turn and they have the hinge. And there's a diaphragm cut, partially covered by this floating plastic piece here. But we can turn around a bit. And then there's the crunch. Now we want to move the belt a little bit so it doesn't get in the way. Nice forward crunching. And goes back quite a bit. Very good. And can we do the splits? Does a nice job there. And we can kick forward and kick back just a little bit. There's an upper thigh cut here. When we turn this one, it breaks up the line, but that can't be helped. Then we have double jointed knees. Now when we bend it, if we're not careful, we'll move this shin guard too, so we want to be gentle as we bend it. So, very nice. There we go. And there is a boot cut that is hidden behind that. A little hard to bend it or twist it, but it is there. And then the ankles move down, move up, and the shin guard will move if we move the ankles up a lot, and just a little bit of ankle pivot. So I've had just a little trouble getting this one to stand. Let's see if I can get it to stand and keep standing. I think if we're not careful, if we put this on a shelf, it will most likely fall over eventually, because it's fallen over a couple times. There we go. Here is the S.P.D. Shadow Ranger with the Space Dog head on, and I've attached the little collar piece down here to show the skin with no helmet on. And we can move the head down, but we can't move him up. And we can turn side to side very nicely, and no real tilting. Looks interesting. However, I'm not sure how he's supposed to fit his long snout under this helmet. I'll have to watch the show to see how that works. The HammerTron Sledgehammer rating. I'm going to give this action figure a pretty good rating because I didn't really have any trouble with any of the joints. The only possible problem is that the floating pieces, especially the shin guards, might become loose and flop around too much while posing the action figure, but we'll have to wait and see what happens over time. Also, the joints, like the joints of all action figures, I wonder how loose they'll get over time. But other than that, this looks pretty nice. Might not be 100% accurate compared to what appeared in the TV show, but I haven't seen those episodes yet, so we'll have to wait and see. So I will allow this action figure to sit on the handle, not on top of the sledgehammer or standing on top of the sledgehammer, where that would be the absolute best rating, but a little bit above on par with the hammer, where I'd have him standing next to the hammer and certainly not lying down or being squashed by the hammer. So I'm pretty pleased with this action figure. So I'm pretty happy with the Power Rangers Lightning Collection S.P.D. Shadow Ranger action figure. Looks nice, and I haven't had any trouble with this particular action figure, so makes me happy. Thank you for watching my review video. Please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. Until next time, goodbye everyone.